old blue here up and running because I really need to move it. It's fall, the leaves are falling. It's under a pecan tree, so pecans are going to start falling on it too. So I need to get it out of the way. Now the edel flop completely failed me, and I couldn't keep it running long enough to, well, move it. So now I bought this Quadrajet, not knowing anything about it, not a big deal, and try to at least get it running. I think I can do that, no problem. Get a factory aluminum intake. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, instead of swapping out for, definitely not going to swap out factory aluminum performer because I'm not really going to get anywhere. The RPM Q-Jet would be the better intake to go, but don't feel like messing with it all. So what I'm going to do is run this 1/2 inch phenolic spacer. I've done some work too with the heat gasket, which will make it a little taller than 1/2 inch. But that should do good enough for, well, what this truck is. Now I thought about using all thread and basically just having studs, but well, I just went down to my local hardware store and got a couple bolts. That should do the trick. So what I'm going to do is at least try to get the thing started today, and maybe, just maybe, find that leak, which I've traced down to pretty much inside the cowl. That's the only feasible place I can find it. So other than that, well, if it's not in there, it looks like it could be the AC box leaking. See what I can do here. Try to at least get this thing moving under its own power again. Alright, so fuel line's connected, throttle cable's connected, spring's connected, a couple vacuum caps, vacuum to the brakes, vacuum to the PC valve. That's ugly, but that'll change because, well, I got some changing to do on this, and you probably already guessed what it is. I got some parts from the work truck that are going to go on this, and this will look completely different. That's just to keep it from falling off, but whatever. It's not going but 30 feet over there, so that'll be alright for now. So, before I get the thing started, before it gets dark, I'm going to try to tackle this cowl real quick, see if I can't find the problem. So last time I noticed it puddled up inside the cab. Alright, so I hate this water hose. It is the biggest pain of a water hose I've ever owned. Maybe they'll stay. Alright, so last time I noticed a puddle, it rained for 3 days straight. So, well, hopefully I see something there, because it looks like a little of the seal is gone. It just got done raining But none of that looks fresh yet. It looks, well, actually, that's probably from here, I would assume. Could be that seal around this. But this is what I'm looking for. Because it doesn't matter if I fix this until I get the leak fixed. Well, let's try this now. Alright, now I got someone holding the water hose for me. List it. Yep. That is it. So, it's coming around the AC box. The seal's bad. Easy fix. And even though I found that the leak was obviously around the box, I'm going to go ahead and quick seal this, which is just rubberized coating anyway, just to protect it for years to come. And I got plenty of it left, so I'll probably do some other places as well, just to protect the truck. Alright, so this old truck, I'm hoping the Quadrajet works. I never saw it run on the vehicle. I was just told it would run. Taking their word for it. Not always the best solution, but that's fine. Now, this thing actually had the Edelbrock on it. That thing was new. How do I know? The owner of this truck is actually someone I know well. I put the carburetor on for him, and I put a new fuel pump on for him. I've also put several other carburetors on other vehicles for him, and I always had trouble with those. So, let's see what happens here. The thing's been sitting for a little bit. These gas pumps got good oil pressure already. Now I'm going to make sure it's not leaking. Then I'm going to really try to start it. May not have gas yet, and I may have actually pinched that too much. So, the truck's kind of high here, so, alright. Nope, no fuel yet. I know that fuel pump's new, it should work just fine. So there it is. Quadrajet to the rescue. Edelbrock didn't do the job. Obviously you saw I bolted it on. I adjusted the air and fuel before I fired it up, just like I always do, and it works every time. And this time it worked too. Now I got that carburetor. Guy said he's upgrading to an Edelbrock, I think a 600. Which is obviously a downgrade because that's 750, and that's one of the good Quadrajets where it actually has the mixture screws on front that are easily adjustable with the flathead screwdriver. So right there, I almost kind of want to put that on the work truck, but I ain't going to. Now what I do got to work on that is actually a throttle cable and the spring. I'm having issues with that because with the spacer, the bracket itself on this one is mounted to the intake rather than on the back of the carburetor like the later ones. So I'm going to have to either find a later model bracket or aftermarket bracket, or just try to find a spacer and space that one up like I've done in the past and put it at the right place. Other than that, turn signal on the passenger side fender, tag lights. I'll look at the video later, see if I got reverse lights. I'll probably upgrade a few things here and there, but I got parts for the engine and the exhaust to kind of prove that a little bit. Give it an oil change, all that good stuff later. Probably put the trim down the side. I need to figure out what's something to do with that hood. It's in great shape, the paint's just faded. I don't know if I want to flat black it, satin black it, or just get a cowl induction hood. Not sure yet, but I'll get to that point later. Obviously, as you can see, it's getting dark and cold. So, with this put in place, I'm gonna finally start working on this real good now. So, make sure you stick around and watch the episodes on this. I hope you enjoyed this episode. As always, thanks for watching.